Good afternoon, it's 1:45 and I'm Ellie Scott with your headlines from Solent Journalism. In the latest turn of events surrounding Brexit, Theresa May has lost a crucial vote on her deal. 5 out of the 9 councillors in Southampton voted for her proposal. However, the deal was defeated in the Commons by 149 votes. Many communities in Southampton are worried as they can't predict what's coming next. Mateusz Jaronowski has more.
Brexit, everyone knows what it means, but for many it remains unpredictable with no one clear-cut solution on the horizon. Citizens of Southampton don't speculate what the final outcome will bring, but many international communities such as Polish people feel worried about their future.
People who come to us and have questions about Brexit and what happens after Brexit and what they can expect are very worried because they, not speaking the language, they read a lot of not necessarily genuine or true information.
Lots of Polish migrants came here to open their businesses. Now, many feel anxious about the impacts that might occur after the Brexit, but despite that, they are trying to be optimistic.
As a business owner, all we can do is just to be proactive, to push as hard as we can, to control what we can control from the business standpoint, and that means still offering the good service for our clients.
On the 14th of March, British Prime Minister Theresa May will do a final vote to reject a no-deal Brexit and possibly delay the departure date. If nothing changed, Great Britain will leave the European Union on the 29th of March. For Solent News, I'm Mateusz Jaronowski.
Well, according to Southampton councillor Satvir Kaur, the uncertainty around Brexit is proving a problem for the entire city and all its residents.
With a no-deal Brexit, Southampton is a port city. It will automatically affect the port, which will be disastrous. The port is one of the biggest ports in Europe. It has cruise passengers and container ships going every single day. So that's automatically going to affect us. I speak to people on the doorstep every single weekend. My inbox is full of people that don't know whether to send their children to university, buy a house, get an extension, go into business. Kind of our community and the infrastructure is slowly grinding to a halt, and that's the fear with a no-deal Brexit.
The popular car park, Grosvenor Square, has closed overnight to prevent the homeless using it as a shelter. The car park is now shut from midnight till 5:30 a.m. Hannah Watkins reports.
This is Grosvenor Square multi-storey car park in Southampton, which has now been closed overnight to stop homeless people from using it as shelter. It is closed from midnight to 5:30 in the morning, where metal shutters will be used to close off the car park. As locals gave feedback to the council explaining how many homeless people have been using it to sleep in overnight, a trial run by Southampton City Council will take place for 6 months. Homeless charities are not too happy with this plan though, and believe this is only moving the problem elsewhere. This month it's officially estimated that over 4,500 people are sleeping rough in England. That's a 2% drop from last year compared to the previous 7 years where there has been an increase. The BBC have said that 29 rough sleepers have been found in Southampton, which is more than the surrounding areas. And of those 29, 11 were found to be non-UK EU citizens. Portsmouth and Fareham were the next highest with 19 rough sleepers, and easterly no rough sleepers are found. Councillor Jackie Raymond, Cabinet Member for Transport and Public Realm, said,
Southampton City Council provides an outreach service in the city to engage and support people who they find sleeping rough. We also work with and fund specialist partner providers that operate 3 large hostels in the city with around 150 bed spaces that has recently been extended to provide additional access bed spaces.
It seems Southampton City Council are doing everything they can to help the homeless. However, the question is shutting down a car park overnight more of a hindrance than a step forward? This is Hannah Watkins for Solent Journalism.
The investigation into the stabbing of a 35-year-old man in Southampton Park continues as suspects remain under watch. 2 men and a woman were arrested after the incident took place in East Andrews Park and have since been released on bail. 2 more men in their 20s are also questioned and have been released. Police are urging anyone with information to step forward. Community Playlink toy libraries are now open in Swathling. The toy library allows children to borrow toys for 2 weeks. Loans are free for the public, but lost or damaged items may be paid for. Simply register with the organisation and you're free to loan out toys, sports and play equipment. Rhiannon Ray has more later. It's been a tough couple weeks for Solent Football Club, who have been victims of a break-in. The club has seen dugouts, seats and programme sheds all vandalised and rubbish scattered across the ground. Despite the problems off the pitch, on the pitch it's been a success, and Solent are still unbeaten in the Wessex Premier League. Luke Henry has more.
Football always has been and always will be for the fans, no matter what level or what league. However, there tends to be a small minority that will always ruin it. Solent are a club on the rise, first in the Wessex Premier League, unbeaten too. Things are going well for the boatmen off the field. However, off the pitch, a breaking has completely dampened the spirits around the club. Programme sheds, dugouts and many other things were vandalised. I spoke to the club secretary, Greg Dixon, about his views on the breaking 2 weeks ago, and this is what he had to say.
Basically, once we found out about it up here, it's like having your heart ripped out, really, because all the work that goes on behind the scenes with all the volunteers for some mindless vandalism to be done, it's pretty soul destroying, really. The good thing was, I suppose, once we posted the pictures out on social media, the whole community sort of got really behind it, and we had loads of people offering to do work, come in and do some repair work. We had another guy who follows the club offered to come and put some CCTV cameras in and stuff like that, and sort of when there's troubled times, you suddenly find all these people rally around, and that was just fantastic, you know. And we can only move on from that, and that's what we're doing.
So you can see just how much it means to Greg, not just Greg, everyone here associated with Solent Football Club. No football club, no matter what league, should go through vandalism. And hopefully, for Solent and for everyone associated with the club, there'll be justice at the end of the rainbow. This has been Luke Henry for Solent Journalism.
That's all from us now. You can find all of our stories and more online. Head to solentjournalism.co.uk. We're back with Rhiannon Ray at 3:30.